Okay, welcome back. This is February vlog, and this vlog will be short, I think, with three main topics: system refinements, hobby and skill that I've been doing, and finally reflection in terms of word. So let's get started. First is system changes. Now, initially, my vision was to record every day, and whatever I record is automated by transcribing whatever I speak, and that is documented elsewhere. So this is a very nice pipeline, or so I thought. The problem began when I started to record every day. One, how do I manage this? It was getting kind of out of hand, and me transcribing everything and putting it down. In hindsight, it was not a really good plan. But what I changed about that is writing it, penning it down actually, so I have time to think about it a little in between my thoughts, so I could process it and write it better, which is not quite possible in the video log every day. Although vlogs are pretty much really something I look up to doing in the future, but right now it's a mixed approach. I'm penning it down and combining everything into vlogs once or twice per month. So yeah, that's the first point, writing it down, and also a mixed approach. Second point, 2 vlogs per month is an ideal target. First vlog to set the tone for the entire month in order to do the tasks or whatever I'm planning to do, and just life admin, kind of organize how the month should go. And the second one would be retrospection, how everything has gone, review it, and carry it on sequentially. So this is 2 videos per month is an ideal target, but I could still fit all of that in one video. This is not intentional, one video for February, but you know what I'm saying. Now those are 2 changes about system refinement. And what has become sort of organically woven into my workflow is using the apps. Now, this is my workflow. This is monthly workflow that I have. I've been having OneNote books from way before 2021, but I've properly documented it from 2021. So this is book 2021. I guess I started in March, so every month it's got March, April, May. So monthly tracking, and in that month I still have flexibility to add whatever topic I want to add. So it's not every day, it's more like monthly, but ideas are like just flowing and you can have separate sections for each idea. This way it tracks, you still get an overview of what has happened in that month, and you can backtrack. So I think that's evolved beautifully for me so far. But let's go in order. Freeform, this is a massive canvas where I can put all of the topics or ideas going on, what I want to do, everything at once. So visually I get a better understanding. And it's an infinite canvas, sort of. So I can just keep going on and still zoom in or out and see how it's going, how it's been, or the overall idea. Second is Notion. This is my go-to platform right now for a little more structure, little more organization, a little more detail. Why? Because you can put videos, pictures, whatnot. And that's what I'm using Notion for daily journaling now. I can also show that real quick. This is my Notion, the overall system, and this is journal for Q1. So it's a very simple template. I just go new, and there is like a new page, and here you have tasks, reflection, or whatnot, whatever you want to document. So this way I get an idea of what I've done in that month or like in that quarter as an overall picture. Similar idea if you think about it, just keeps carrying on in all platforms, but at different capacities. Freeform, big canvas, just it's like just scribbling and stuff. and Notion, a little more organized and concise all at once. OneNote, monthly tracking, and Apple Notes, it's good for scripting. That's what I wrote. It's handwritten. Another idea which I initially had was penning it literally down with the iPad and pencil, but you take time to write it down. But the problem with that, I can't really search for keywords or whatever I've penned it down. It is not actually in the search based database. So Notion for now, but eventually I think that will be fruitful. So that's about systems and workflow. I can go much detail in other videos rather than just vlogs, because vlogs are supposed to be more of a overall understanding of the month or a summary, and other videos could act like a complementary setup to that month. So individually, standalone videos where I talk about all the softwares or the workflow in more detail. Now that's about system. After this, okay, second topic, hobby and skill. Now, I like photography and just shooting random videos. It's fun, but I haven't done it properly in a while. So this month, last month too, I just picked up my camera and went out to take some shots. So those are some shots. Me resuming photography, that's one skill. And second skill or hobby, okay, the photography is a hobby. Now this is the skill. Phone stand. I know it doesn't look more like a phone stand. That's because I use these hobby DIY kit. It's something a dear friend gave me long time back. Basically, it has lots of pellets, plastic beads of sort that you can put in hot water. They'll make a lump, and you can form that lump into any shape you want. And this is one shape. This is not that exciting, but what is really exciting, at least for me, is this little guy. No, I didn't do the droid, but I did the base. What you see is this droid base. Oh, hello there. Yes, we are talking about you. Not you, but your base, docking station. You can go back to bed. You don't want to go back to bed? He doesn't get out much. So I think you guys are his audience now. Yeah, he's very excited. He wants to say hi, hello, and spend more time with you. But in the future, you rest for now, okay? Alright, you go back to bed. We just need your docking station. Not so happy about that decision. Okay, this is the previous docking station. As you can see, it's chunky, it's massive, still Star Wars, but it's massive. And I want this droid in my sight, mostly inspiration, and as I said, this tiny little fella is really cute. So I made this one. It's quite contrast to the droid, because this is somewhat, resembles organic material, something like a stone, right? How I did this? Again, same material, just use this plastic beads, formed a lump, and use the droid, put some Vaseline, and just imprinted the droid onto this lump. So I get this fine lines and just a tiny little lip here, so it just sits snug. After that, I use these two stones. I don't know if you can see the structure or the texture onto it. I use these stones to make this very organic, kind of a beachy vibe texture onto the docking station. So put them all together, I have a functional build. I did think of 3D printing, but I think this is much better and more sturdy and just feels really good even to hold it. So I'm happy with how this turned out. Kind of a little transparent too. It's pretty neat. So that's the functional build and hobby along with photography. I also started cooking, mostly dal, but let's see. I want to make it a little more efficient rather than, the whole process. I'm actually leaning towards meal prepping for the whole week. Maybe a week in the month. I could cook and do all that. But that's about the hobby skill section. Alright, next section. Alright, final section, reflection. Let me just read the word. I do read word every day in the morning and followed by a prayer. But this is at the time where I was a little down regarding my PhD. It's been going on for a while. And I was just questioning life choices in a way. And that's when I get this. The beginning of wisdom is this. Get wisdom. Though it costs all you have, get understanding. Let that sink in for me again, right? So at this point, for context, I've been doing PhD for 6 years, and it's not like a linear curve, you're just working and then you just get a lot of progress. It's just going on and on and on. No, because there are lots of topics you got to work. Sometimes you get good results. Sometimes you're just stuck with tiny, minute hiccups that are seemingly tiny, but they take up a lot of your time. And that's what kept happening over and over for me. 6 years PhD, so yeah. And I was down, and I was thinking about it. It's like I'm still forever student. And then, had I been working, I would definitely be much better off than how I am now. So, and then this verse comes. The timing God has is amazing. He's just speaking to you just directly to the point, also with a lot of love. But here I was like, God, really? I'm sad, but okay. Just want me to sell everything and just pursue PhD. Get wisdom, get understanding. So that's the gist of the verse. So that was comforting, encouraging, and also, I don't know, it's awesome, but it's like, okay, I gotta do my PhD and I should not really start questioning, because God has amazing purpose and plan when you see it in entirety. And I'm just focused on right now. What's happening now? Am I happy or not? So that made me kind of reevaluate what's been going on, and I'm back on track. I actually love my PhD, from the very beginning, because of all the research and cool things. I get to do experiments, but it's just, they don't always give you tangible results that can be published. Now I'm working on a new topic, and this topic is reconfigurable formation control for quadrotors and ground robots. I know it's a little mouthful, but it's basically having quadrotors and ground robots communicating with each other while making some sort of formation, like the drone shows ships and everything you see, which are fancy looking, but in this case, they've got to be functional. So that's my topic. So